Welcome to P3 Radio.
The monkey only dances as good as the guy grinding the organ handle.
Pachow! 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 Pachow!
This is ridiculous.
Truck goes to Dwayne.
My daddy's wiener is big as a Coke can.
Cool story, bro.
Hey, genius, it's 2 p.m. Central.
Morning! Why are you shaking like that?
PG3 Radio.
Here's your host, Josh Riley,
I got a boner right now.
Richard Mullican.
Our listeners probably want to hear more about this rat coat.
It's showtime! It's showtime! It's showtime!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of P3 Radio. I'm Richard Mullican, joined by my co-host and best friend, Josh Briley. Say hey, Josh.
How's it going, man? You sound a little bassy this week. What's going on?
A little under the weather here this week. It's been a rough end to the year and a start to the new year, I guess you would say.
I heard you were doing City Man's work.
While sick, I was doing City Man's work.
I would be pissed, man. That would fire me up.
Yeah, we had a large amount of rain come down here in the last, well, I don't know, like about an hour or two ago, and it just flooded our street. Well, we had the storm drain out there, and the storm drain collects leaves. I mean, like you would think at the end of a hill, a storm drain that would have water flowing all the way down from 2 blocks would gain leaves. Well, the dumbasses come out here, and they rake the leaves out of them 2 days ago because they know rain's coming. But where do they rake the leaves, Josh? Do they rake them up into a pile and put them in the median in the center of the street, or do they rake them up and bag them and put them in the center of the street, or do they take the vacuum, the big vacuum that our tax dollars paid for, and vacuum them up?
You know, I honestly would think that they would use the vacuum because of the simple fact.
It's just easier.
Yeah, and that's what you're supposed to do, I think.
You know what they did?
What'd they do?
They raked them out and put them on the sidewalk 2 inches from the drain.
Lazy motherfuckers, man.
And when the rains came and washed all the leaves that they did not rake out, they just cleaned the drains. They didn't clean the gutters where it had like thousands of leaves in like the street gutters. They left that. So when the leaves collected and blocked the drain, what was the first thing to go? The massive amount of leaves that they pulled out of the drain went right back in it. So we had water up to my mid-calf. It was about to get into my car, and I went out there with a hoe, a garden hoe. Hoe, get down there on your hands and knees, clean out that storm drain. Don't fall in now. I ain't gonna
I don't
save
give
your
a
ass.
fuck you ain't got no shoes on, bitch. Get in that fucking gutter, bitch. Where I found your ass.
That's what I was about to say. But as the hoe cleaned out the gutters, which is a sentence I never thought I'd say, as the hoe cleaned the gutters, and
I reflected back on my pimping career.
I felt so bad as the hoe shoved her face under the water to clean it out with her teeth.
I could
She's
see
a
the
dumb
influenza
bitch.
building up in that bitch's lungs. I felt bad for her kids that would not have her anymore. I ain't letting that bitch off to go to the hospital. Fuck that.
I'm pretty sure all the dirty water oil got into her herpes sores. It made me feel bad. Now, as I get the storm drain clear and the water just goes whoosh, starts flowing through there really good, the city pulls up.
Figures.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, hey,
What are you doing?
Well, just wading in ankle deep water." And they talked to me while I'm finishing up cleaning it out because I'm still pulling leaves out of it. But then they're like, "There's one over here, ain't it?" And I'm like, "Yeah." 6 guys, 5 of them stand around and watch one guy clean the gutter out, clean the storm drain out.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
You know, you've been a city employee before, correct? Or,
Yeah. I guess technically I am now, but I mean,
well, riddle me this.
in a way.
Is it not true that you got to pass some kind of extensive psychiatric evaluation? Like,
Depending on what you're doing, I guess.
okay, but if you're like either a state or a city employee, surely to God, your application was more than 3 pages long, correct?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's
So
a
they'll
long
they'll do all that, but don't you wish that there was like a lazy fucking asshole test that they could apply to like jobs, you know, that was of importance like that, you know, where people, taxpayers such as yourself, don't have to get out there and fucking, you know, do their job.
So Yeah, you mentioned I was sick, so I even become more sick now that I've been out in the rain and about almost a foot and a half deep water, cold.
Are you tapping out right now?
What?
Is this the show?
So no, we haven't missed a show, man, and we got it. The show must go on. I mean, nobody died, right? Yet.
Not yet.
If I do it on air, maybe we'll get some ratings.
We'll get some better ratings. We might be more popular in Antarctica.
I don't know how much better we can get. 40,000 listeners last week. Thank you for listening to our New Year's show.
That seems to be the big round number.
Yeah.
We're actually going to run for parliament in Denmark. Our numbers are so good there. That was literally last week, and I'm not bullshitting. That was the number one country for downloads for our show. Denmark. Not the United States.
Was it Denmark, Tennessee?
No.
We're really popular in Denmark, Tennessee.
It was. I checked on the SoundCloud analytic bullshit or whatever. It was
That's
Copenhagen.
its official name.
No, it was Copenhagen, Denmark. That was the number one city.
Listen to the Peter Radio, yeah.
I'm not sure that's how they talk. But
I don't know. I don't do accents, especially sing.
need some hoagies, eh?
Listen to the Peter Radio, yeah.
Who's away?
Who's away? But no, man, we had a good time at Block Time Boxing last week.
Did we?
That one fella got his head kicked off. That was all for diabetes research.
And that one guy, he punched me in the gut just for asking him a question.
Yeah, he was.
I was trying to, just ask him if he heard about our podcast or whatever. And
you offended him. I mean,
I think he was on the gas.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But New Year's good to you and everything.
It was cruel to me.
Yeah.
Should have told him don't be cruel. Old Jack, he's a hell of a man. He'll put you down.
What the hell are you talking about right now? Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. My buddy Jack.
I was like, what did he do to you?
Whoop my ass.
I found him.
I think the sickness is getting to your brain waves. You're not picking up on my innuendos.
I found him locked around my dick. I just got drunk. Tried to stick it in there.
I don't know about that.
The bottle. Was it a glass bottle?
That wouldn't work out too good.
I know there'd be all that room for you. This ain't touching a damn thing. Give me a shot glass. But anyways, yeah, man. I tell you what. Let's take a break. We got a lot of things we could talk about. I guess this show, as opposed to last show, I feel like we've got a lot of stuff to get to here.
Last show was like a fucking Gone with the Wind episode. It was like 93 minutes or some shit. And I don't think we talked about anything but like three things.
Yeah. Well, we started off talking about three things, and then we came back, and I was like, well, I'm out of stuff to talk about.
Then it went to like a porno episode or something. I'd bang this chick, and then I'd bang this chick. That's
Yeah.
what I feel like.
I feel like
last
too.
week's episode.
I haven't listened back to it yet, but
I
I
don't
feel
think
like
I'm going to.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask you to take that down if you don't mind.
But yeah, that's literally the way I feel. At least the last 45 minutes of last episode went. It was just who I would bang,
Right.
And maybe you.
Oh, and you found out about VR porn.
Really?
Yeah.
I need to listen to that episode. I don't
Yeah.
even remember that.
Yeah, we talked about how you could put like a telephone in one of those VR things, and you could like basically.
Why don't
watch
you tell
porn.
me we can do that with a cell phone now?
You can. That's what it's for.
I'm gonna have to cancel my at least the next 3 weeks of appointments for
Remember,
podcast.
we joked about you having the headset on and getting caught because you couldn't see anybody come in the room. I don't know that we actually put that on the air, but
Well,
I know we
damn.
talked about the VR porn on the air.
Well, if any of you fuckers that's listening to this now that didn't listen to last week's, go listen and let us know.
Listen about 30 minutes in. I think that's when we get into the porn conversation. But yeah, if that entices you. But I tell you what, let's go to a quick break, Josh. It's getting the back end of winter now, or close to midway through winter, and this is the time when people start planning their holiday trips. So what I think we should
That's
do.
when responsible people
Yes.
start planning.
Yes.
I'm not so much sure that that's the crowd that we're
Well, I mean, we know how you planned your trip.
Which one?
A bag of peyote and get in the car. But no, I'm saying now would be the time for us to start telling people that they need to book with Florida if they're going to Florida with Florida Ticket Station. So how about we do that commercial this week?
Are we doing the same commercial, or are we going to put a new spin on it?
I mean,
we'll go vintage this week.
We'll go vintage this week. Maybe next week we'll have something new for you. So we'll be right back after this commercial break.
Yo, man, come to Florida. We got all of the sights you've been wanting to be seeing, man. Come to SeaWorld, free your willy, man. Come to Legoland, everything is awesome. You can come to Universal Studios. Get your Marty McFly on, man. You hear the trash can drums, man.
Josh,
I love it.
Josh, what are you doing, man?
Huh?
What are you doing? This isn't Jamaica. This is Florida.
What? I heard the trash can drums and I just got excited.
Well,
I'm
they're
sorry.
called steel drums, and everything else you pretty much said was okay, but we want to say also that if you book with Florida Ticket Station, your tickets are guaranteed by the state of Florida to be valid. So your vacation will be on point and where it needs to be the right way. So go right now to Florida Ticket Station by visiting them at tinyurl.com/P3Florida and book your Florida trip today.
That's tinyurl.com/P3Florida, man.
Once again, it's Florida, not Jamaica.
I'm sorry.
Score Big is the leading online marketplace for tickets to sports, concerts, theater, and family events.
Score Big allows you to purchase last-minute tickets to sold-out events. Also, the latest on sales of popular artists, teams, and productions. They'll get you in.
They safeguard your transaction with a 100% money-back guarantee under a secure checkout with interactive seat maps to guide your purchase.
And whether it's an Atlanta Braves game, Metallica concert, or a WWE event, they've got you covered.
Book your seats now at tinyurl.com/P3events.
That's tinyurl.com/P3events.
Alright! Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bang, bang. Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bang, bang. Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bang, bang. Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bang, bang.
We're back with more P3 Radio. That's a Josh Brawley pickup right there.
Whatever.
We kind of both accepted the fact that it would be our comeback song.
Why not?
I told the witch doctor I was in love with you. I told the witch
Do,
doctor
do, do,
I was
do.
in love with you. And then the witch doctor
You could do that, right? With your sickness.
Shit.
This asshole fucked these words up, man.
You stole my song? Who steals song?
It's kind of like taking dill powder and pouring it onto your butthole.
Hold on, my dad wants to say something. Oh, I guess he changed his mind.
Well, speaking of doctors, I heard something about a witch doctor. Somebody say something about a witch doctor.
All right, speaking of doctor.
Witch doctor.
Which doctor are we talking about now?
Well, I'm not going to say which doctor, but
Here, say it.
speaking.
There you go. You
Yeah.
said it.
Well, it was Dr. But
Yeah.
he's from. Hit it again. He's from. Anyways.
He's a hole is what he is. Just a big hole.
And then he took a handle and pulled it out of her. And then I had to go in and.
Sorry, wrong button. There we go. My finger slipped.
And whenever I pulled my big toe out of it.
Oh, sorry. I heard big, and I was like, yep.
Toe. I pulled my big toe out. It had glitter on it. It was weird as a mother. Anyways, I accompanied my wife to the doctor today.
Oh, bless your heart.
Well, yeah, bless my heart. And I'm going to tell you something. I had a change in thought. I had an epiphany in this fucking doctor's office, man. I am changing my career path. I think if I can make it through medical school and bullshit my way into some kind of relationship with a contractor, I can get a building built, and I can open up my own practice and do what this guy's doing.
Can I tell you what the professor's going to tell you when you turn in your doctorate, what is it called, dissertation?
Yeah.
You know, you write that big long essay.
Uh-huh.
He's going to say this.
This asshole fucked these words up, man. I mean, he's got words that he don't even need.
Medical license decline.
So you don't give a fuck about anything but a business plan and making money. Effectively, yes. Who the fuck gets into a business not thinking about money?
Yeah, that's true.
But anyways, you know, the guy, he's a sweetheart of a guy. You know, he's smooth as silk. I would buy a car from him. You know, he's that kind of guy.
He have a car for sale?
Well, no, I'm just saying if he was selling cars, he could probably convince me to buy one. He's that kind of a person, you know.
Right.
But anyways, we live 45 minutes from the town that this doctor's office is in. And we had to drive there and all that. You know, we were thinking, we'll be there 3-4 hours. You know, it's a doctor's appointment, whatever. We get there, and almost immediately we're back there because there's nobody in the fucking waiting room.
That's good.
It's a smaller town. And
well, that makes you think that there would be more people waiting to see him. Smaller town, one doctor's office probably.
Well, just depending on your perception of that said town or whatever.
Yeah.
But either way, we get in there and we're in, you know, from the time we're sitting there until the doctor comes in, it's maybe 5 minutes at the most, which is good on all doctor's office standards.
Right.
But the thing about it is the doctor comes in and within, I don't know, 45, 50 seconds, the motherfucker is making the exit and he's already planning what we're going to do 10 days from now. I'm talking about less than 60 seconds. This motherfucker made, I don't know how much money off of our insurance company.
Just walked in and was like...
Walked in, all right, how's it going? Oh, that looks different. I tell you what.
Did you hear that loud crash?
It sounded like a car wreck. It did. Look out the front window. That's crazy.
Go ahead, finish your story.
No, I'm distracted. I think there's a car accident out in front of the studio here.
Oh, no, there's an Aaron's rental truck.
Oh.
Aaron's rental service.
You,
For when you want to make people think there's a car wreck. Choose Aaron's. Go ahead.
No, but, I mean, just, we were sitting there, and it was less than, 60 seconds. He was in, he was out.
Just like you in the bedroom.
Oh, depending on which one you ask.
Which one?
You know what I mean.
The guy or the girl?
No.
I lasted a long damn time. Go ahead. So he was in and out in 60 seconds.
And I just had an epiphany. I was like, man, if I could make it through medical school, like I said, bullshit somebody into, a building or whatever, I could make a decent amount of money doing what this guy's doing. I mean, this motherfucker probably made at least $1,000 in less than a minute.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, high-grade hookers can do the same, but I'm not that good at, sucking a milkshake out of the bottom of a cup.
Or cleaning leaves out of a storm drain. I
definitely don't do that. That's your bag, right?
Yeah. Me and my hoe.
You and your hoe.
Cleaning leaves out of storm drains.
They was playing you like a hoe. Watching your ass do it.
Maybe you could help my burnt foot since you're a doctor.
I'll go to medical school and help you with your burnt back and foot.
It's been a hell of a week.
Man.
I'm sick.
You were telling me that you've been laid up.
Yeah, for like 2 days.
Like,
Like,
it must be depressing.
Honestly, yeah. All I've been doing is like the first day was we went and did like.
Does your wife, has she installed locks on these upstairs windows, or is it to that point yet?
No, not yet.
Oh.
We had some kind of family event. Couple.
Oh yeah, where all y'all get together and
Yeah.
you're like, God damn, I'll go for like 20 minutes.
Jesus, I don't want to do this. No, we had a family event, and like halfway through, like I knew the day before, like I've battled this for years now, even back when I used to wrestle. So that's how long ago I've dealt with this. And it flares up every once in a while. My toe, and I thought it was turf toe, and I think I had this when I was in high school because I'd be like, man, my toe hurts, like, and it could be a bunion too. I don't know. Like that's the thing. Like my toe.
Your fucking reoccurring bunion.
Look, yeah, look at how much it sticks out on the side.
Might be a tumor.
Maybe.
You go to Dr. Hit that bleep. You need to go to Dr. and he'll get you fixed right up.
Look at it for 10 seconds. Yeah. Looks fucked up. Let's look at it in 10 days.
Yeah, come back in 10 days. Oh.
But no.
That's like a real piece of... Hit it, motherfucker. There you go.
Could be worse. You could just look at it and go, shit. That's when you know you're in trouble, is when your doctor says that. Just, yeah, you got 2 weeks.
2 weeks if you're lucky. God damn. Tracy, come in here. Tracy's the head nurse. She don't even leave the office.
This is the damnedest thing. She takes her glasses off, looks at it, and just starts crying.
Put that on our Facebook page. That's awful.
Do you mind if we put you in medical journals?
Sign this waiver. We'll give your family $10,000. Why not me? Well, you won't live. I mean,
the check will not clear.
You might not live to see. I mean, your family will enjoy it more.
That wouldn't make a dent in any kind of possible cure.
Right.
But no, man. For ever since I was in high school, off and on. And then, like, as I've gotten older, it's gotten worse. I don't know if it's turf toe. I used to think it was turf toe because it always happened in, like, football when I would grip with my foot, like, push. Like, if I was ever up on my toes to push. And I remember the last time it happened, like, really bad was, not the last time, but one of the last times it happened really bad was I was wrestling with some friends of mine in the front yard. And I had the advantage, and I didn't want them to turn me, so I was digging my toes in. Well, the next day I couldn't even walk, really. And I had like a wrestling match in 2 days that I had to get ready for and all that. But
so you're shooting in the front yard,
yeah.
And then you got like something 2 days from then.
Yeah,
that relies on your physical skill.
Yeah, it was like 8 years ago.
So like some bullshit I would do.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I was like, we got to the event, the home. Not the home, Jesus. The sickness is affecting my motor skills now.
Brainwaves, motor skills.
You hear the color purple?
We should have just not done a fucking show this week. Played a repeat of some bullshit.
You like being like I touched your sholler. You've had the flu shot, had you?
I'm going
to take a shit.
I'm going to get 2 right now on my jugulars.
I'm gonna just rip this part of the shirt you touched off of me right now. No,
you ain't got a spare kimono I can wear, do you? A spare kimono? Who the fuck would have one?
Right. No, man. We got over to the holiday event, and we were there for about 3-4 hours, and like towards the last hour, I could feel my toe like thumping. It just thump, thump. It just every heartbeat you could feel it pulsing, and I was like, this don't feel good. But by the time we got home, it was just so bad. I took my shoe off. I didn't put a shoe back on. This is like 2-3 days ago. I didn't put a shoe back on until today. That's how bad it hurt. I slept on the floor, like on a mattress on the floor, with my leg like elevated.
You must not have took the trash out last week. That's why you're still grounded to the mattress beside the bed.
Yeah. She don't let me get in the bed anymore if I don't take the trash out. But I elevated and wrapped it like that last night. It's either gout or like a bunion or some form of chronic turf toe.
Well, how about you stop trying to diagnose yourself and just go to the doctor?
I
And,
don't know what's funny in that. I probably.
well, I mean, you
should.
might fucking find out what's going on.
It's
you
probably
know?
gout, to be honest.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever died from gout, have they?
I mean, like I said, you may jump out of
so.
the window because it's so painful. I mean, I've heard some horrible gout stories, as far
honestly,
as the pain going on.
Because it affects that whole joint in your toe, like that big toe joint. Like, we're not talking about the little bitty one that's at the tip of your toe. We're talking about the big one at the base.
Yeah.
That's the one that hurts and it swells like a motherfucker. Dude, it hurt so bad. Like,
Occasionally, I get that same kind of feeling in, say, like the middle knuckle of my fingers on either hand. And
that's just because I tell people to fuck you so hard.
well, no, I mean, seriously, maybe, once every 3-4 months, I'll get like a horrible pain for a day or whatever.
Right.
But I can't imagine if it was on the fucking big toe joint or
Yeah.
whatever, and it was just constant, like
Just
they
throbbing.
say. Yeah, that's got to be gout. That's what it has. It has to be.
That's what I'm thinking. But the only thing I can think of is the times that I've had it, now that I thought back, was energy drinks. Like, I had an energy drink that day because we were cleaning out my house a little bit before.
Yeah.
And the day before I had ribs. When I eat a lot of, like, red meat like that, like ribs and pork, and we've had ham a lot because of Christmas time, and I just think that might have been what did it.
Well, just cliché-ly, is that a word, cliché-ly? Can I make it up one?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well,
Cliché-ly.
cliché-ly.
It sounds like Irish.
It does.
origin.
Well, cliché-ly, darling.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Cliché-ly, the notion is that gout is brought on by sugar.
Yeah.
So,
it could be different things.
You want me to do the rest of the show in this fucking...
Lord Alfred Hayes, kind of deep Lord Alfred Hayes voice?
Like he's been smoking cigars since he was 9 years old.
I feel like you could tell me about a safari right now.
I really could, darling.
Maybe that's what we should do on our next Florida vacation commercial.
Just like...
Go on safari! I don't do voices.
Here's some hoagies, eh?
Get some hoagies on your safari.
Get some hoagies at the hoagie stand in your safari. Lord Alfred Hayes, I had a whale rope.
But yeah, so I hadn't really done much the past couple days, and except for clean out that damn storm drain.
And that seemed to have tapped you out. But like I
Yeah.
said, the anger from them assholes watching me do it, and then...
Now you just sound like a disgruntled porn star. Use your hips more, damn it. Fuck you. I hate working with Daryl.
Randy, you take like 45 minutes more than anybody else ever. You're a fucking piece of shit. I hate working with you. You get me heat with my wife. I'm stay gone all the fucking time.
And she wants to know why my asshole's always so sore. Oh, you were going a different rate.
I think we're in a different porn business. I was speaking from the perspective of a cameraman.
My bad.
Not, what kind of porn you watch?
Well, let me tell you something about that Creole wolf there. I do declare.
I don't know what that had to do with anything. I just had to buy some time.
Had to think a bit.
Oh, man.
Gotta think a bit.
I've been, like, other than being sick, I've been off, like, 2 weeks now, I guess.
Mentally or?
Yeah.
Like what?
I've been putting my shoes in the dryer and everything. It's been fucked. No.
I've had to do that before, and I've had to put a broom. I had to put a broom handle in between the dryer door and like the fucking cabinet, so it would bust open.
Damn shoes keep falling out of the damn
The
dryer.
motherfuckers keep catching on fire. I think they get too hot.
Put a broom handle on it. That'll stop it. No, man. I've been off work for like 9-10 days now.
I bet they're pissed.
They ain't happy. No. They gave us like so many days, and you could take like 4 days off and get like 2 weeks, basically.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and took the 4 days like everybody else did. But like, man, I have woke up almost every day this week after Christmas and been like, the fuck time and what day is it? I'm so confused. Like right now, hand to God, couldn't tell you what day it is.
Well,
I know what, like, holiday-wise, what day it is. But
I'm pretty confident it's a Monday.
yeah.
But me as well. I've been the same way, but that's because I've been, like, sleeping in weird places in the last week and not been at my house. Like, you know, I told you I've been at the hospital.
Oh, okay. I was
with my
like, is
wife
things
and-
getting rough at home?
No.
We
I
have a guest room, Josh.
I had to spend, like, 3 days at the hospital in another town, and, you know, we got back this weekend, and she had to go back to the doctor today. So the last week of my life has been like a blur because you know how it is when you're. I can imagine how it is for like the fucking guys with WWE when they're sleeping in like, you know, 4 or 5 different towns a week.
Right.
And, you know, I can imagine like going back even further in the 80s when they were working 2 and 3 times a day, you know.
Right.
I can imagine. I bet everything was a blur.
Just a blur, like where you're at now, what city, and you could see that where people could get confused and be like, "Hello, Cleveland," and it's like we're in Minnesota.
Everybody gives Hogan shit
Right.
because it was on the biggest platform.
Well, now let's be honest.
Brother, I said this like 80 times this week, brother.
Yeah, he should have known where he was that time. That was WrestleMania. And
But still,
Silverdome had been gone for a long time.
He's still living in the.
Yeah, he doesn't brag about anything too much, does he?
Brother, the Silverdome, brother. Might as well be. Hogan, hey, did you see that picture with him and that dog? Just people retweeted the shit out of it.
What dog?
He got a dog. I don't know if it's a new dog or not, but it's him and Chihuahua, and it says. It's him sitting in a pool, like, you know, and the Chihuahua behind him, you know, on the concrete or whatever. Yeah. And just all he said in the picture was, "Don't even try to bullshit us, brother." HH.
What does that have to do with anything?
He was referring to pumpkin spice, whatever, pumpkin spice anything. But I just thought it was awesome. People like started doing their own twist on it. There were several people doing that fucking poolside tweet over the weekend or whatever.
That picture that I sent you yesterday, by the way, you said dog, and it made me think of it. So locally, in local news, we had a guy here that in our town that got busted for bestiality.
I seen that a few days ago. Was it he got busted last week, and it just kind of came out on the news?
Well, yeah, that's usually how it happens. It has to go through the circuit of, you know, everything, and then that gets released for public information. They don't tell everybody that was arrested in the jail because some of them are still under investigation. So
as far as like their cases and whatever, but yeah, I seen that guy in the mugshots, and then I seen the charges,
bestiality,
and I you know how savvy like other inmates are as far as like finding out what you were there for. Can you imagine like?
That motherfucker fucking know.
I mean, he's fucking something other than a human, man. I can't imagine. I'd be like, put his ass in a corner somewhere.
Yeah.
Seriously, can you not go to one of the corners of this town and get you a woman or get you a young gentleman? I mean,
I pulled up the article because I took a snapshot of it because that's what I sent to you. He was 55 years old, charged with multiple counts of sexual activity with an animal and photography of sexual activity with an animal, which I didn't know was a crime.
Oh yeah. Is he fucking a dog? He better not be taking no fucking pictures.
Yeah,
he better not be taking pictures.
Police officers say with the U.S. Probation and Parole Office searched his home last month. They found an SD card. And they were like, I bet old Earl's been fucking dogs again. We already told him about that shit. And we saw him with a Shih Tzu last week, that poor little fucker.
I could see it in that Shih Tzu's eyes. It said, "Help me." I might as well have been a goddamn Caesar Milan.
Then I noticed his asshole was 3 feet wide. And I was like, well, he definitely needs some help.
Oh, man.
But
That's
no,
awful.
how fucked
Poor
up
little
is
dogs.
that? Yeah. Like, how fucked up is that you got somebody fucking dogs?
Well, and he's so proud of it, he feels like he's got to fucking video it.
Yeah. Well,
so he
that's the
can
thing.
look at it afterwards.
You would think if you've reached the point, you have to go.
I got to get a record of this shit. I'm doing it so much.
But yeah, it's just like if you've reached the point of like, all right, I'm gonna fuck this dog. I don't think you're gonna get to the point where like I'm gonna video this and jerk off to it later. I feel like you'd almost be like, this is my lowest point.
Right. After,
like I'm gonna do this, then I'm gonna go hang myself in the garage.
Right. That's the logical steps, right?
Right.
Fuck
I'm
the
gonna
dog,
do
then hang
this.
myself. That'd been my logical steps.
Fuck the dog, then I'm gonna hang myself.
That's
You'll
what
just
I
let
call
him
a
free.
weekend.
You'll just let him free and try to get one out before you die.
No. Mentally, I'm not there anymore. This is where I'm at.
But yeah, I mean, if you've gotten to the point where you're like fucking animals, why record it? I mean, it did say in there he was.
You should be ashamed as fuck.
Right. Like
Don't fucking make a note of it.
It
God
did say
damn.
that he was a predator, a sexual predator, like a registered sex offender. So,
Like
I mean, I will say this, and I am not taking up for the dog fucker. Don't get me wrong, but at least it was a dog, and he wasn't like trying to prey on like,
Kids.
kids.
Yeah.
I know it's hard to take a stance. You leave him alone, let him fuck all the chihuahuas he wants to fuck.
Hey, if that's what it takes to keep him away from kids, let him go to all the fucking shelters here in town and bang the hell out of them. If it keeps him away of the kids,
Is that a blue healer?
And blue healers, they really get my motor running.
I really like the way those coon dogs howl. Oh Jesus! I feel.
But man, you know. That's what I'm saying. That
PETA's
guy
going to be all over your ass.
That guy, he does not need to be walking around.
No. What is he ever going to bring to society? What is he ever going to do to help people? Or
if anything, he needs to try to get rehabilitated.
I don't think you can, if you're fucking a dog, I don't know if you can be rehabilitated.
And you argue, well, if he's smart enough to fucking record it and have it
the
formatted
problem.
on an SD card, and then he has to know how to get it off of the SD card.
I got it in
He's got
widescreen
sense
HD.
enough to know you ain't supposed to be putting your dick in a dog. My fucking God.
But let's rehabilitate him so he knows how to get away with it more.
They should just chop his dick off
Yeah.
and put him in a basement somewhere.
But that picture that came along with it, if there was a guy that looked like he was fucking dogs, it would be that guy, right?
I would profile him out of a lineup.
Yeah. But he's fucking that dog.
Yeah, I would say
Look at him.
that's him.
It's the guy that fucks
If
dogs.
you
right
show me
there.
10 pictures of just 10 random guys and he was one of them,
Yeah.
I'm picking him 10 out of 10.
But yeah, I mean, that's just embarrassing for our city, really.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing for our city. It's embarrassing for him.
Like I said,
55 years old.
Chop his dick off. That way you can't make any more people like him.
You know what? You know what's impressive about that? How many 55-year-olds that you know that can work a camera, like a digital camera, with an
My
SD
mom,
card?
she's got to call me every time her phone gets off the internet. How do I get it hooked up back to the Wi-Fi?
Can you imagine he's calling his son, hey, Jimmy, I'm about to fuck this dog.
It's a Doberman. He's a bit snappy. I'm going to need you to explain this shit to me pretty quick.
Now, do I have to have the SD card in? Yes, Dad. You have to have the SD card in before you start recording.
Is the motherfucker formatted to the camera, Dad?
How
Have
the
you
hell I
used
do
it in
that?
another camera?
Oh, shit. He's loose from his muzzle. I got to go.
I'll call you back.
Damn it. I'm going to have to relube. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Fucking dogs. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know where we're going to go from there.
Well, that's the thing. I just, like I said, whatever sentence he gets, let's hope it includes some kind of shit with
the dog fucking him.
Counseling and some form of rehabilitation.
I don't
Let's
know,
just hope
man.
the system doesn't completely fail his ass.
Well,
I think he's failed the system in his own right, but, you know, I think it's
you know, we talked about that guy that was making meth in his brother's treehouse. Like we talked about him a few weeks ago. Do you think when he was balls deep in that Doberman, do you think he was like, how'd I get here?
Right.
Which turn was it? Which wrong turn was it in life that led me to this?
Well, let me ask you this: who's more wrong, the guy with his wiener shoved deep in the Doberman, or the guy in a fucking Depends diaper selling meth lemonade to teenagers amongst town. And it's from a treehouse, no less.
I'm going to say they're both wrong.
Like, but if you had to pick one, you
Like-
could only pick one to prosecute. Who's going down?
Well, I don't really want people selling drugs in my town.
Especially teenagers.
Teenagers, yeah.
And if he's wearing a fucking Depends diaper, that means he's far past beyond caring about himself.
Right. I mean, he's living in a treehouse.
Right.
Don't let the diapers fool you. Those are more convenient. You know how many tree houses have bathrooms?
He's just lazy.
Yeah, he's just like, I piss over this one, but I had to shit in here.
I'm dropping logs in this bad boy.
It's just one big pile up the back. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man.
I'm just ribbing you. They're both pieces of shit.
I don't know. That's pretty bad.
I just want you to make Sophie's choice.
I'd want to be able to sleep at night instead of hearing bird, 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 bird.
Well, if he fucks with the wrong Doberman, maybe he'll get his dick bit off.
You just hear that one couple. How easy busted. It's like the one couple in the duplex next to him. Damn it, Brenda,
Sparky,
I told you.
Sparky just showed up with a dick in his mouth. I don't even know where it came from.
Right. That would be funny if they were like checking him to make sure he didn't have any weapons and just see all these dog bites like a chew toy on his dick.
You seem to have a lot of scratch marks by your ball sack, sir.
Well,
Yeah,
I had it. I tried this for the first time with a cat, and it didn't work out so well.
My ex-wife's a crackhead. She's a bit disoriented during sex. That's what happened. No, that's probably not what happened.
But yeah, man, I just a black eye for the city on this one. We're gonna have to take the L on this crazy
The city,
person.
that guy, everybody, anybody related to him, really. God, I feel for you motherfuckers, man. I need to start a GoFundMe for you. I'm not sure what would be the excuse, but
his dad was called fucking dad dogs.
His dad was called fucking dads. Dad's
what the
dogs.
fuck you doing?
That's my dad. Get off my dad.
I don't think we're gonna get any better than that. If you want to roll the end credits, this might be it for us. I mean,
You mean like professionally, or
no? Depends on what work here's. You got to click.
depends
the
on how
mouse.
you edit, motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought you wanted me to click on the Electric Light Orchestra.
I didn't want you to exit out of that, but that's cool.
Do not.
No, well, you've already exited out of it. Now. Had the movie on it.
Oh, well, we'll find it.
I'm sure we will. Well, everybody will have to come back next week for more P3 Radio. Hopefully, well, I mean, I know I'm going to be sick because we're about to record it right now.
You're going to be sick next week.
Yeah.
You're going to be trying to stay awake during a movie.
Yep.
We'll see how it goes.
But if you've enjoyed this episode, go back and listen to some of our archives. We have interviews with people like Bill Dundee, Spellbinder Del Rios, Headbanger Thrasher, not to be confused with the Headbanger Mosh interview we did.
It's in there.
Nightmare Danny Davis, Pete Gass,
Conrad Thompson twice, Olympic gold medalist Summer Sanders,
Jeff Jarrett.
We got all kind of people in them archives. You
Big
need to
year for
go-
2018 for us, and we
And-
interviewed a lot of people.
I'll tell you what, 2019, it's going to be even better. This is the first show, and that's not even an indication of how this year's going to be, because this was the shits. But
We'd like to thank you for sticking around and listening to P3 Radio. If you want to give us a call at 731-300-6675, 731-300-MORK.
or you can get us on Twitter. We are at P3 Radio, the number 1. If you are on Facebook, put in Pop Poncho in your search bar. You'll see our little picture there. Go. We don't check our Facebook very much. You can try to get with us on there.
Of course, if you want to email us, it's p3radio1@gmail.com, p3radio1@gmail.com. We check that a lot. So if you got something to say, something to include, send it out. We might put you on the show. But that's going to about do it for us this week. For Josh Barley, this is Richard Mulligan saying thanks and good night.